Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, this is going to be, what do the divine feminines need to know about the divine masculines' journey at this time? So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us a higher perspective on what the feminines need to know about the divine masculines. So this is not what the divine masculines think and feel. This is what Divine Source Creator would like the feminines to consider as channeled through the cards about their counterpart, about their journey. So let's get it. What can we see about the connections, about how the masculine relates to the feminine, what's going on in the heart space, what about the manifestations that are rolling out, the actions being taken, the challenges, the solutions, all that. So let's dive in. What are we meant to know as divine feminines about the connections at this time? That there is a heart opening and it's gradual. It's baby steps. 6, so the 2 of Pentacles and the 4, that immediately is the reciprocity of the 6 of Pentacles. This for me is like a miserly energy, hoarding, keeping things close to our chest. In the inverse for me, that is opening the heart, being brave in the name of love, stepping forward. And this is my baby steps in the name of eternal love, one at a time, doing what we're being guided to do intuitively on our heart. As our heart opens, it's guiding us to make new steps. So just trust, feminines, that each layer of the journey of the becoming that is revealed to you as the heart clicks open more and more, you will be guided at that time what to do at each step of the way. We're not meant to hang on to the wrongs of the past. We're meant to read the energy authentically in the moment and allow for presence and freshness to be there, even if there have been things in the past that are not what we wish they could be. We don't have to align with them. We can be in non-attachment so that when we know better, we do better. But when we know better, we also raise our standards to allow better in our lives. What else? Yeah, the destined path. So if you're watching this reading, you are on the journey of life and you've had a past. You are now at this present moment and you're being asked to face whatever is going on in your scenario right now through this open curiosity. How can you balance yourself out as you relate to the circumstances at hand? This is what the journey is about. It's about seeing ourselves wherever we're at in that process, in the growth, the spiritually maturing process, and working with exactly what we have to work with. Radical acceptance, accountability, presence, awareness. It is all part of the grand plan. What can we see about how the feminines are meant to look at the way the masculines are viewing the feminines right now? Okay, yeah. So you're meant to see that your masculine is going higher, possibly meditating, praying, because there has been a series of unfortunate events in their lives. Blessings in disguise. I'm hearing the cart has been upturned. So there's something that's been going down the wrong track that the masculines have had dashed. Divine intervention, not once but twice, I'm hearing. And they may not understand the connection with how that has guided them to seek higher guidance. But it's almost like they have been in ego trying to do things their way. And they've had not one but 2 blocks come in no uncertain terms and cause them to feel like something isn't fair right now, or something wasn't on their timeline, or something that has happened hasn't been to their liking. They thought they had more time. They thought they had more control over a situation. Things have hit the fan for the masculines. Now, some of that is their own karma in running away from these connections, I'm hearing, for denying these connections. If they have tried to seek elsewhere for intimacy or connection, those things have bit them. That's what I'm hearing. Something has come out of nowhere and betrayed them, lashed out. I'm seeing people getting upset and being nasty to these masculines that they thought were there just for a good time and that it would be easy, no strings attached. They're getting backlash. I'm hearing that. These are also circumstances in their life where they've been pulled to focus on other things. That's what it is. So if there are casual, intimate connections or prospective, is that a word? Connections other than this one, the masculines have been pulled away through life circumstance, and the true colors are being shown by karmic feminine energies. And possibly the divine feminine isn't in the mix right now, and the masculines are asking the divine what to do about these things. It's like it's dawning on them that all of their growth is connected. Yeah, I'm being drawn to this page, looking away from this damage that's happening or these disasters. It's a 1-2 sucker punch is what I just heard. And these masculines are seeking God to make sense of. I'm not feeling the feminines front row and center in this, even though this is the position where we're asking the divine perspective on how the masculines are looking at the feminines right now. I mean, they could be focused on the feminines, and these things are going on as a result of the masculines asking how to come closer to the feminines. But it can be that these things are squeaky wheel energies or necessity to clear up prior to coming into connection with the feminines. And so the masculines might be overly distracted by these more worldly things, material things, and they might be pulled away from the feminine right now. So if you're feeling your masculine distracted, just know that they've got a 1-2 sucker punch thing going on right now where they have no choice but to go to the divine. And there's no place in that kind of bottleneck for the feminine. They have to go to the divine because they can't rely on anyone right now for inspiration or advice. They have to go higher. But I am getting there's a life circumstance and a karmic energy, both kind of bombarding the masculines right now, and that it is taking their focus from the feminine. What can we see for advice for the feminines? Drop into High Priestess, Mercy, Humility. We've got the Star and High Priestess. So feminines, be still and know. Bring your energy back. You might be feeling a little volatility, but don't seek to feel that as a sense of validation or control in the situation. Come back into your own energy right now. What are we seeing from the divine perspective about the masculines on the heart space here? Yeah, the energy has been pulled apart between the counterparts right now so the masculines can step into greater purpose. How the masculines get themselves out of this tower moment in their lives right now is going to equip them for their purpose. It's removing them from things that don't energetically align, and it's showing them how to focus on what really matters. This soul level inspiration, this Ace of Wands isn't in the upright, so this is like inducting them into this way of navigating where they have to rely on their connection to source. It's the Page of Wands. And so there's some foreshadowing here that they're going to take this baton of spiritual consciousness, awareness, karmic cause and effect, discernment, and be able to step into leadership. That's the staff, the scepter of the king and queen. But this telepathic, energetic connection here, I'm feeling that this is the feminine family members, these karmic connections, all of it's being removed from the masculines right now. They can't reach for or rely on any of it. They have to go to source. The Fool. So this is liberation. This is brand new beginning. So feminines, this is the beginning of your counterpart's freedom from lower vibrational ties. So this is the first major life event, circumstance where they are in leadership, learning this new capacity of theirs on a spiritual level. And it's really setting them apart from the things that are not really beneficial in their life and showing them how to focus on the things that are of utmost importance. So this being on the heart space, right now, they're needing to come into equality with the feminine energetically. So there is a little bit of a pulled apart in the connection heart space here. Not that this connection is severed, but it's not of a focus right now. They need to go through this qualifying period of time in order to come back in renewed and match. So just know there is a new beginning where you have not related to your masculine on the level that you will once they come back in. What can we see for the heart space? Okay, these masculines are wishing for you, feminines. They haven't, ridden in from the battle to promise you commitment, but they are envisioning being able to get through whatever these tower things are. I do feel for some this is the release of karmic situationships. Don't make karmic feminine energy, romantic feminine energy, or sexual feminine energies fit if it doesn't. This can also be, I just heard, brotherhood or friend groups or colleagues or business partnerships or anything that they have been escaping into or selling themselves short or playing small with regard to. Those things are coming to an end. So they do have you in their future sights here. In the heart space, you're tucked deep in their heart. And they know that when they are through whatever they're dealing with, they do desire further closeness with you. So your homework here, Queen of Swords, you can see that this queen is on the edge of the cliff there, like, come on, just try me. Two things. You're meant to drop that idea that you have to be spiteful or on guard, and really set healthy standards. Be real with what you deserve in love and the type of energy coming towards you that would actually be divine, that would actually be love-filled. So it's not so much about, being on guard to say no when it's not showing up. It's more just getting it through to your heart what would actually be a divine expression of love in your situation. What that would need, what the energy of your masculine coming forward, healed, whole, ready, available for you, what that would be like. keep dreaming that into existence, manifesting that into existence by knowing what love is. This is how we learn from the inside out what love is about. We call it in. What can we see for manifestations? Yes, the awakening to what truly matters. There is a little baby on here. So again, that fertility promise that those who are wondering about having a child with your counterpart, you know, this can be your counterpart realizing how deeply they would like to do that with you. But this is the having it all. This is legacy. This can be passion projects. This can be the love that's generated between the two and the eyes being opened. The Judgment card can be a card of karma as well. So this is the awakening, the revelation of the truth that this happiness, this lasting, long-term life partnership, once in a lifetime kind of love is available here. Whatever the contrasts are, the things consuming the masculine's energy, the tower moments, whatever those are right now, it is by default showing them what really matters and what they truly do want. What is the advice for the feminines? So there's some sleepless nights, some insomnia, some overthinking. Don't go into pain stories here. If you are finding yourself stewing or up late or restless, pray. Give it to the divine. Pray for your counterpart to come through all of their challenges right now with wisdom, with truth, with safety, with protection, with joy at the other side. These are the kind of things that get cleared and we never have to do them again. Once we learn how to get through these things, then we can teach others. And then it's not such a big deal when we have to face adversity in the future. But right now, don't make it about you stewing and spiraling. If you notice that happening, set some positive, beautiful prayers and intentions. Shift the energy. Believe, have faith. What can we see for the actions these masculines are undergoing? Yeah, okay. So they're being fairly emotional. Most of the time I read this Queen of Wands as my divine feminine energy. I just got that karmic feminine energy again. There's a feminine energy around your masculine or a concept of feminine energy that's being overturned, and your masculine's very, very emotional right now. If this is a real person, there is a very nasty, spiteful, bitchy Jekyll and Hyde energy that has ruined your masculine's ego and pride right now. They are letting your masculine have it. This doesn't feel good to me, to be honest. There is somebody tyrannical. There is someone on a rampage for some. If you know that resonates, then yeah, this is not a kind energy. This is a very egotistical, domineering, wounded feminine that possibly is very, very attractive, seductive, not in their divine femininity. The Queen of Wands in the reverse in this case could be very much that seductive archetype that doesn't have a connection to their soul, that is manipulating and like I'm hearing a black hole pit, sort of like of sucking energy, succubus. So there might be some entity level attachments. This can be through addictions, sex addictions, substances, things that have ensnared the masculines. Now, if that is not your case, this can be the fear of that. This can be that there have been past experiences where these masculines have been very hurt, wounded by feminine energy, and they have had guard. This is the cracking open and the emotions. They're beginning to process traumas that were suffered in the past with energies that were nasty to them, that have tainted the way that they have showed up in life and held back emotional availability into the connections. So this is a layer that they're looking at and contrasting your energy, feminines, that is different than what you have shown them and how you have come into these connections with the energy you bring. There is a clear contrast here. What is the advice? Yeah, so this is you, divine feminines, blindfolded. These are the different things vying for your masculine's attention right now. Pay no mind to it. Blindfold, drop in, stay in your peace, stay in your high priestess energy, pray, transmute the energy. Don't pay attention to what's going on your masculine side, except to give it to the divine and to allow it to play out, because they have to go through the sorting, the discernment process. They have to go through being able to tell the difference so that they have that integrated into their soul, so that they won't be tempted in the future, so that they won't be fragile, so they won't be deluded or pulled off track going forward. You want all of this to be sorted before you're in sacred connection. In order to come into sacred connection, you have to have people who can understand the difference between true connection and seduction, or lies, or lower vibrational agendas. And so they have to be able to tell the difference, and that the divine feminines are not the same as these other wounded energies. And as much potential as we see in certain people, if they are still at a developmental stage where they're not in balance, then they need to do that work on their own. So these masculines might be shedding a lot of tears right now about how far off track they have been or are with certain individuals, that all that glitters is not gold. Feminines, you can't compare apples and oranges right now. Just stay in your lane. What can we see for the biggest challenge from these masculines? The new beginning with the divine feminine. So I'm just hearing with this intuitive, psychic, unconditionally loving feminine, a far cry from this tyrannical, wounded, reckless feminine energy that doesn't take personal accountability, that's a bottomless pit that just wants to take from the masculine. So this is the challenge, is this new beginning, the masculines feeling that they are worthy, that they, aren't being duped, the too good to be true, but they've really got to go through and sort these awarenesses. Advice for the feminines: you also have to sort which one you are, and do that validation between you and the Holy Spirit, the divine, and look deep in your soul for any of this errored karmic energy in you. And, it's not about being better than anyone. It's about really doing that work to tease out the things that are true, and to come into the validation internally that your heart is in alignment, that you are righteous. Keep doing that energetic surgery and going into that validation. Right now, there are many condemning energies internally and externally that can be cleared in the collective, and bring yourself into true alignment. Feminines, no matter what people, places, things are giving you the message of, it's your heart's knowing that is the truth between you and the divine. So keep holding that righteousness in you right now, and make sure that your conscience is clean there, so that you're bringing yourself into this purity. As your masculine learns to identify the difference in energies with other contrasting examples, what can we see for the solution to this challenge? Humility and justice. So this really is, let only the pure of heart can pass. Only the masculines who are just done with anything lower vibrational can actually identify a divine feminine. Divine feminines, When you are in that purity, you know your worth, and it brings into focus this justice. So there is a humble acceptance that it is righteousness that is the ultimate true love frequency. You can't have true love if you or your counterpart are not aware of and embodying righteousness. No matter if you can conceive of it or think you're there, you have to embody it. It has to be true on all levels. And there is a process right now where the foundations of unrighteousness are crumbling and righteousness is establishing. Yeah, so this is that card of coming in from the karmic battle and promising. So be fit for the real thing. Be fit to be chosen in righteousness, feminines. If the person you're watching this for does not end up being the one that you align with, as you align with righteousness and your standards are purified that way, you are in store for that in your life, whether it's with this person or not. But when you know what you're worth, you won't sell yourself, this connection, or your masculine short by settling for anything less than. You will keep focused on what you know both of you are worth. What is the direction in the near future? Oh, dropping control issues and this union. So this is a card that's starting to bring more focus on living together, marriage, sacred union. The Emperor here is letting down control issues, and it's not tucking your tail kind of energy, but it's really no more of this bravado, machismo stuff. It's like coming correct with humility, with genuine energy, and looking at the facts, looking at the foundation. I'm seeing in this card that the foundation the two of you have been creating is established and ready to have the next level built on it. And so right now, as these defining experiences are happening, that's what I'm hearing, is these experiences the masculines are going through right now are pointing them in the right direction should they choose to use these as an exit from karmic ways of being, ways of living, ways of thinking. This is the train has stopped at this station and they can get off crazy train right now because of whatever is happening in their material realm. It's coinciding with them being able to get off karmic crazy train. Interesting. And for the feminines, yeah, hold tight to the idea of righteousness. This is a priest on a church step in this card. And so you're allowed to hold tight to the righteous belief that this connection can come into righteousness, but also that you will settle for nothing less than that, with or without this person, feminines. You can't have true love with somebody that's not there yet. And so this is a beautiful reminder. We can get there from here, with or without this person. But this is saying, keep praying and believe that with this person you can get to that place with them, that it requires them to come through this clearing, this energy. Okay, let's get one message from the divine masculines to the feminines. What can we see for what we've seen here? What would you have to say about this, divine masculines? Okay, my life started when I met you, and will you choose me? Both in the inverse. So they're deeply considering these energies right now, that their life changed. And they saw you as somebody that they wanted to choose way back when, whenever that was, that your paths really crossed and there was that soul recognition, acknowledgement. They have been wondering ever since if they could be someone you would choose. So that speaks of some developmental stages and some insecurity, but they also learned what they could aspire to because they met you. It downloaded to them instantaneously. This is what love at first sight is. It's like our life flashes before our eyes and we see what our life could be, what it could be, what we could align with. And so they knew this. They were sure that you now represented a new standard. And all along they've been preparing. They haven't gone all in. They haven't offered. They haven't, because they still are anchoring this idea of whether you would receive them, whether they were good enough, could give you what you needed. They're still coming through it. When they sort these things that are playing out, and when they get off karmic crazy train, it won't be a matter of whether you will choose them or not. It won't be a contest. They will be your match. They will have been made perfect for you through the journey. Okay, so we see that this ball was set in motion and it's en route here. One last card for the feminines. What can we see? Encouragement. No, I'm being told to go to the emotions. What can we see for the feminines? Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. So don't make your masculine your purpose, feminines. This is about you leaning into what you've got going on over on your side of the energy right now. This sort of thing works together. So if your masculines are going through something sovereign at this time, that means there's absolutely enough over on your side of the energy to focus on, to enjoy, to live, to take accountability for. Whatever that looks like for you right now, lean into it and pray for your masculines. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.